Hi everybody, welcome back. In this video I am going to demonstrate how to apply your Jamberry nail wraps. I have already done a little bit of nail prep to my nails, so I'll just explain to you what I've done. I have washed my hands with Dawn dish soap. I have filed and shaped my nails to the shape and length that I want. And I have, yeah, that's what I did. So to get started, there are a few things you'll need for your application. Your Jamberry mini heater or a blow dryer, but if Jamberry is a thing that you're going to do fairly regularly, I 100% recommend getting one of these. They're just really small and convenient to use, and they're quiet too, which is great. I of course have a sheet of nail wraps. I have an orange wood stick, nail file, nail scissors, and an alcohol wipe. So what I'm going to do to get started is you want to make sure that you push back your cuticles. You can do this with an orange wood stick, with a rubber cuticle pusher, or another great way to do it is if you're in the shower or just gotten out of the shower when your cuticles are soft, is to just use your thumbnail and push them back. I've already pushed mine back all off camera beforehand, so I'm not going to go through that whole process with you. The next thing you are going to do is you're going to want to take your sheet of nails and you want to figure out which wrap is going to fit which nail. Now, the great thing about this is that they come on clear sheets, so you can easily put them over your nail and measure which one will fit best. You can even kind of curve it since your nails are curved and not flat, and see, you want to make sure you want to err on the side of the wrap being too small for the nail rather than too big. You don't want it to touch or to overlap onto any skin or any cuticle. If anything, you want to see a tiny sliver of nail between your skin and the wrap itself. I've done enough applications that I know specifically which wrap fits which nail. So once you've done an application or two, you'll kind of have a flow of knowing which wrap fits which nail, and it'll make the process a lot quicker. So push back cuticles, wash hands with dish soap. This is a really important step. You want to make sure to clean your nail bed with an alcohol wipe. And the reason you want to do that is to dry out the nail bed. You don't want to use nail polish remover because nail polish removers have moisturizers in them, and you do not want any moisture on your nail. One other thing I should mention is I have a layer of our Jamberry nail strengthener on. This is not a crucial step. The reason I do it is because I wear my wraps all the time. I don't ever give myself a break from them, and that is for two reasons. One is because I'm obsessed with them and I hate having my nails without them, and number two is because I need to represent the product that I sell. So the reason I wear the strengthening base coat is to just give my natural nails an extra layer of protection since I'm wearing the wraps so frequently. But if you're not somebody who wears them that frequently, then you don't need to worry about that. So I already know that this second wrap here fits on my ring finger, which I usually do as my accent nail. So I already know that. I'm going to take my alcohol swab, and yes, I'm even going to do the alcohol over my strengthening base coat, just because if there's any moisture on top of that nail bed, I want to make sure that I dry it out. So real simple, you have your alcohol pad wipe, and you just want to rub it over the nail bed. And I'm going to be demonstrating on my ring fingers. So I will do that, and then I will go back in before I do each nail and wipe it one more time. just to make sure any moisture is removed from the nail bed. So I am going to turn on my mini heater. And I don't know how loud that sounds to you guys, but it's pretty quiet. Hopefully you can hear me over it. And I am going to take this second wrap, and I'm just going to remove it from the clear sheet with my orange wood stick. You can use tweezers, orange wood stick. You do not want to use your fingers because your fingers have moisture on them, and you don't want to get moisture on the adhesive of the wrap. So I've lifted it from there. I'm going to take, whoops, can you see that? Okay, I'm going to take my nail scissors and just cut it from the sheet so you can see there I have a wrap. And now this is the other thing. There are two ways that I like to do this. One is called the cold application, and that's what I'll show you first. And the other way is the way that Jamberry recommends to do it, their official application method. The reason I'm going to do the cold method as well is because I've been using that especially with the thicker wraps with the sparkles and the metallics, and I just think it makes the wraps a little more manageable. So the cold method is I'm not even going to heat it up right away. I'm just going to take it. Let me see if I can show you this and see what I'm doing at the same time. And I'm going to stick it onto my nail with no heat as close to the cuticle as possible without touching it. And then I'm just going to lay it on there. And then once it's stuck to the nail, that is when I'm going to heat it up. So I'm just going to stick it in front of my mini heater for about 3 to 5 seconds. And that's going to activate the adhesive, and it's going to make the wrap a little more flexible. And I'm going to put my thumb on it, go side to side. Let's see, just add pressure side to side, up and down the nail. And that will adhere it to the nail. As you can see, I hope you can see. It's not touching my skin. It's not touching my cuticle. Okay, so now I'm going to do the ring finger on my other hand. I'm going to wipe it with the alcohol. And then I'm going to take the other half of that same wrap that was cut with my orange wood stick or tweezers. Remove it from the sheet. And this is the other way. This is the way Jamberry officially recommends to apply it. So I did the cold without heating it up. This is I'm going to heat it up before attaching it to my nail. So same thing, about 3 to 5 seconds. And it'll you can kind of see, I don't know how, let's see. There you go. You can kind of see that it's curled a little bit. So heat it up, and then same thing. You're going to stick it on the nail as close to the cuticle as possible. Lay it down, and then use a finger to smooth it out. I like doing this motion, this edge to edge, I guess, if you will. I feel like it prevents any wrinkles or kinks in the application. Okay, so I've done that. And then the next step is to cut the wrap. You want to wait till it's cooled. You don't want to cut it while it's warm. So this nail has already cooled. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my nail scissors and I'm going to cut that wrap as close to my nail as possible. Just cut off the excess. So it is trimmed now Let me see if I can show you better. Let's see. It is trimmed now. Gosh, I'm sorry, my lighting is horrible right now. It's late and my kids are in bed, and I would prefer to do this with natural lighting, but natural lighting requires daytime, and daytime is when my kids are awake, and it wouldn't be a super effective video with my kids running around in the background. So, excuse the poor quality. Hopefully this is helpful for you anyways. So, back to the application. I've trimmed it down, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my nail file, and I'm going to file at a 90-degree angle and just file the excess off. You want to go up and down. You never want to saw across the nail. That will weaken the wrap. And then once you've done the 90-degree angle, I even like to take it at 45 degrees and take a little bit off, a little extra off, just to make sure that nothing is catching or will catch off the tip of my nail. I don't think that's... So as you can see, I filed the excess off. And that's about it. I'm going to go back, do the same thing on this one. It's a little harder with your left hand. Take your time, practice, you'll get used to it. But same thing, you want to cut the excess off as close to your nail as you possibly can. If your nails are a little long and you want to trim your nail down, you can do that too. You can trim the wrap and your nail at the same time. So I have trimmed this. I'm going to go back with my file. 90 degrees up and down, not sawing. Removing the excess. You can even see how the excess just starts to roll off. And then I'm going to go back in at a 45-degree angle. Make sure there's nothing hanging off the edge of the nail. And then for a final step, you can go back and heat them up one last time. Just kind of give it a little heat, extra pressure, push around the edge, cuticle, edge, and tip, just to make sure it's really sealed on there. And there you go. A perfectly applied, smooth Jamberry nail wrap. Okay, so I hope that video was useful. Again, I apologize for my poor lighting and my spazziness. And just to cover again, the cold application, we started with no heat, put the wrap on cold, and then heated it up. With the official Jamberry application, we heated it up first, then stuck it on the nail and applied pressure. Two different ways. Lately I've been preferring the cold application. So just give both of those ways a try. See which works best for you. And as always, let me know if you have any questions, concerns, any trouble. I am happy to troubleshoot and to problem solve. Usually if there's a problem, I have a solution for you. So let me know if you have any questions, and I hope this video was helpful. Jam on!